All eyes on Vice President Kamala Harris after the debate. Following Joe Biden's disastrous debate performance last Thursday, top Democrats who've been openly supporting the president's 2024 campaign are privately pushing for him to step out of the race. According to one source cited by Axios, his family can close advisors are meeting today at Camp David to decide whether to move for ending his campaign early, which brings our attention to Vice President Kamala Harris, who polls even worse than Biden in a matchup against the former President Donald Trump, according to Real Clear polling. And following last Thursday's debate, Kamala Harris quickly took to the air to defend her running mate's record and ability to perform his duties. However, according to The Hill, she has also been central to conversations among some Democrats over whether Biden should step aside, putting her at the top of the ticket in November. Harris, whose most notable failure as border czar would certainly come under scrutiny in a Trump versus Harris election, must now seek to reassure Democrats about their party's chances of success. One Democratic donor told the outlet, "The next 30 days it may be up to her to make the case. People will be looking at her, and testing her to see if she's ready." Another Democrat who served in the Obama White House said that Harris clearly has a purpose now to make the case for what they have accomplished, adding this is the transition moment where both she and Biden have their hands on the baton, but clearly she will be needed to complete the race. Many Democrats quickly panned Biden's showing and raised the idea that he should step aside ahead of the party's August convention. That left Harris to defend her running mate on the same networks where anchors and pundits were discussing the prospect of Biden leaving the ticket. People can debate on style points, but ultimately this election and who is the president of the United States has to be substance, said Harris, who conceded Biden had a slow start. The vice president, that is Kamala Harris, was not asked about, nor did she address the elephant in the room, that she would be the likeliest candidate to replace Biden should he step aside, according to the Hill reports. On Friday, Harris's team dismissed the notion that the Democratic ticket would not include Biden. Vice President Harris looked forward to serving a second term with President Joe Biden, said Harris's spokesman Ernie Apreza in the statement. Harris, who launched her career as former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown's side piece, ran for president in 2019, dropped out before the Iowa caucus due to polling in the single digits, and reports that she treats her staff not well. And should Biden step aside, Democrat strategists have downplayed the notion of an open convention, arguing that Harris would be the logical choice and warning of this risk of passing over a black woman already on the ticket for another candidate, such as California Governor Gavin Newsom, who would be viewed as a white male insert into the race. As Vice President Harris has been an abject disaster, failing miserably as Biden's border czar, who presided over the influx of tens of millions of illegal migrants flooding into the U.S., she also failed at criminal justice reform, voting rights legislation, and administration's handling of the pandemic. And she also met with Central American leaders to address the root causes of migration, which did not result in any significant policy changes or improvements in that situation. And again, she's polling worse than Biden versus Trump. A February New York Times Siena College poll found Harris trailing Trump among likely voters in a hypothetical matchup by 6 percentage points, 42% to 48%. She fared only slightly worse than Biden, who at the time trailed Trump in that survey by 4 points, 44% to 48%. The same poll found 38% of likely voters had a favorable view of Harris, compared to 54% who had an unfavorable view of her, according to The Hill. So in short, Democrats are in a DEI trap of their own design, unburdened by a competent candidate. So we'll see what happens with this case. Very active days coming ahead. This is by Tyler Durden on Zero Hedge. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.